Badow! What's going on, guys? Welcome to Movement Vault. So what we do at Movement Vault is we help you guys increase your flexibility, increase your mobility, leading to increased performance and decrease injury risk by offering you guys a new 15-minute video routine every day. My name is Dr. Grayson Wickham. I'm a doctor of physical therapy, and the techniques that we use in our videos have been proven to be effective with the athletes and patients that I work with. So you guys can follow along on the daily videos that we put out, or you can use the site to filter out and search for specific videos if you have certain areas of the body that you need to focus on. Today, so if you guys want to learn more, you can check out movementvault.com. So today what we're going to do is we're going to get after the hips. And so we're going to really focus in on the hips, really the external rotators of the hips, so our glutes, a bunch of deep external rotators. We're going to need one of two things. So we're either going to need a lacrosse ball or a mobility ball and a foam roller here. So without further ado, guys, let's get right down to the mat and get into it here. So let's start with I'm going to show you two different options here. So again, hopefully you have one of these things. We're going to take this lacrosse ball and essentially we're going to stick it underneath this right glute. I'm going to cross my right leg over my left thigh, and then what we're going to do is we're going to kind of explore around and find different tight little tender spots in these muscles. So I can stay up on my hands, I can get down on my elbow here, really exploring the outside glute. And so we'll start with that. The other option is to use this foam roller here. Same deal. We're going to kind of put this right glute on that foam roller, cross that leg over, and we're just going to kind of explore, roll around for those tight tender spots. And so we're going to go with that. And we're going to spend about another minute and a half here, guys. One key here is to really keep breathing in and out through your stomach here and also through your nose. So we're trying to relax everything in the body. What we're doing here with this first technique, so we would call this a muscle release technique that we're using, these tools with, is we're trying to decrease the tone in a specific muscle that might be tight. So we're trying to create an input to our central nervous system to really relax that muscle, and then we're going to use active stretches, what we call end range isometrics, and some other activation work to really increase our flexibility and mobility. So really get deep here. The lacrosse ball is definitely the more aggressive approach. You can get a little more deeper in those muscles. Come high on that glute. Swivel kind of to the outside here. We'll spend another 20-ish seconds here. If you guys feel like you need more of this release work, you guys can always pause the video and go ahead and spend a little bit more time there. But we don't always start off with a technique like this, but sometimes we do. Just really explore here. So let's go ahead and ditch that side, guys. I'm going to show you the technique with the lacrosse ball. Basically the same thing. We're going to go ahead and move to the left side here. Stick that lacrosse ball underneath that glute. Again, pushing, staying active through my hands. Try not to let your shoulders dump forward. And we're going to go ahead and roll around, explore here. And again, if I feel that nice, tight, tender spot, I'm going to go ahead and just pause here. Take some nice breaths. Really try to relax everything. I can even get a little more aggressive here. Come down to that left elbow. And again, some nice deep breaths here, guys. Continuing to explore all of this tight little gnarliness back here in these external rotators. We'll spend about another 20 seconds here, guys. Getting high up in the glute. Getting into the piriformis that crosses this area. So let's wrap this up in 3, 2, and 1. Good. Slowly come out of that, guys. So we are good with our lacrosse ball and our foam roller right now, so we'll go ahead and roll these beasts out of the picture here. See if they'll cooperate. We're going to get into some 90-90 end range isometrics. So essentially what we're doing here is we're going to go ahead and stretch out our muscles here. The lacrosse ball always likes to come back into the picture here, so we'll roll that thing out of the picture. So let's start off by talking about the 90-90 here. So we got a 90-degree angle here in the front knee. We've got a 90-degree angle here between the two thighs or your femurs. And then I've got a 90-degree angle here in the back knee. Now, if you have any knee pain here, I want you to put something underneath your butt to raise your hips, or put something underneath your knee to raise your knee there. So once we're here, what we're going to do is we're going to kick our hips back. We're going to fold over, keeping a relatively neutral spine, folding over kind of, if I made a line here, over my ankle or the middle of my tibia or front leg. And so I'm falling down, coming down into this end range stretch until I feel the stretch all in this groin area here. And so what I don't want you to do is come over your thigh in this position, because I'm not really feeling that stretch. So again, over in this direction, once we're here, we're going to go ahead and we're going to drive our ankle down into the ground, contracting all of these muscles in the hip. We're going to hold that for 20 seconds. So get in your end range stretch, start to drive your ankle down into the ground, slowly increasing your contraction. We're going to stay here for 20 seconds. And so you can start out at about 40 to 50%, and I want you to slowly increase to about as hard as you can go. Really start to drive it down. We've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now what I want you to do is try to let go if you can. If you can't, just try to use one hand, one finger, etc. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to bring our torso closer to our front leg as we try to bring our front leg closer to our torso, contracting the muscles on the opposite side of the joint. So we're going to hold this here for 10 seconds. Try to create as much range as you can. Again, keeping a relatively neutral spine, not falling over like that. 2, 1. And let's go ahead and come back up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to rotate back towards this back leg. We're twisting our body. Again, if you need some hand support here, totally okay. You guys got to stay where you are. Do what you need. But what we're going to do is we're going to try to lift that back ankle up off the ground, feeling all of this musculature here engage. You guys might cramp up. If you do cramp up, push into that cramp, pause the video, get right back into it. Cramps just mean that we need to work on activation here. So you guys are good. Just stick with the program. We'll get you there. So let's go ahead and try to lift that back leg as I rotate. It shouldn't really lift too high unless you're super freak. But because what we're doing is we're stretched out in this position, then we're trying to contract this musculature. So you got 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. We're going to go ahead and flip around. Same thing. Let's lower that chest down, slowly keeping a relatively neutral spine. Again, belly button's kind of pointing towards the ankle or the mid-shin. Once we're in this end range, we're going to drive that ankle down into the ground, contracting all this musculature here. 20 seconds. Keep on breathing in and out through your nose, guys. So with this position, it's totally okay to be holding on. I want you guys to hold on this one. So again, what we're doing here is we're stretching out this muscle, and then we're creating activation and contraction in this muscle. It's the quickest and most effective way to increase your flexibility and mobility. So really drive that ankle down, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now I want you to try to let go. Try to bring the torso and the leg close together. Fight for it here, getting as deep and low as you can. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to come back up. Let's go ahead and rotate. If you need hands, perfectly okay. I'll show you the hand version. Looking back at that ankle, I'm going to try to lift my back ankle off the ground, pretty much trying to do this here. That's the motion I'm going for. But let's hold it here for 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Good. 2 down, guys. We have 2 more to go on this way. Again, make sure you're in a good 90-90. Boom. We're lowering down. Feeling that nice end range stretch. Once we're there, we're driving that ankle down. 20 seconds. I want you to really increase that contraction, guys. So try to start at about 70% and slowly increase that contraction to basically as hard as you can go at this point. This is all happening in the front leg right now. Driving that ankle down. Should really feel that glute here. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay there. Try to let go. Again, both things are together here. 10 seconds. This is a glute burner. 4, 3, 2, 1, and come up, guys. Let's go ahead and rotate. If you need to hold on, hold on. Let's lift that back ankle or fight for it. 10 on the clock. Keep breathing here, guys. Really concentrate here for 3, 2, 1. And let's go ahead and switch. We've got one more here on the front. Let's go ahead and fold over. All right, you guys know the drill at this point. I want you really pushing it. Here we go. 20 seconds down. Continue to breathe in and out through your nose as you really focus on increasing all those external rotators of your hip. Really push it here for this last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Try to let go. Let's hold it here. Hover. Try to get lower. That glute's burning. Mine's burning too. 4, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and come back up. Look towards that back ankle. Lift that leg if you can. Try not to lean forward. Try to stay upright. You've got 3, 2, 1. Relax. Good, guys. So what we're going to do now is we're going to transition to the other side. We've got to do this whole other side. So let's pivot on the heels. Let's open up this back knee. Fight for your knees pushing out as you go ahead and rotate. If you need hands here, perfectly okay as well. And boom, we've got the 90-90, other direction. So let's go ahead and make sure our 90-90 is nice and legit here. So we've got a 90 here, 90 here, 90 here. We're good. Same deal, guys. We're going to go ahead and fold forward, again, kind of pointing our belly button towards this front leg ankle area. Get deep. We've got a 20-second push down of this ankle. Here we go. So again, this first one, I want you to start about a 40% contraction to start off with. Start to increase it to about 70. So we're not going full on out on this first one. Keep that contraction up, guys. Your hips are going to feel amazing when you're done with this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Same thing, guys. I want you to try to let go if you can. Try to lift this leg up. Bring the torso closer for 10. 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and come back up. Again, if you need your hands, use your hands, but let's go ahead and look towards that back ankle. Contract and try to lift this back leg up. Get all this stuff going here. We've got 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Whew. All right, guys, three more to go here. Let's stay focused. Dip down. Get into your end range stretch. Feel that stretch. Start to drive the ankle down, contracting all this musculature here on the side of the left hip. Slowly increase that contraction. Try to get up to about 80% this time. Can you really put your brain where these muscles are and really increase that contraction? Ramp it, guys. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and stay there. Reverse it, try to pick up. 10 seconds, guys. 2, 1, and let's come up. Look to the back. Let's go ahead and lift that back ankle. Here we go. Again, perfectly normal, perfectly okay to cramp up. If you do, guys, go ahead and shake it off, get right back into it. We'll get you there to the point where you're not cramping. 3, 2, 1, and relax. All right, here we go. Staying focused, dropping down, getting real low this time. 20 seconds down. Start to really drive that front leg down. We're creating end range stability. So you're essentially getting strong at your end range of motion. Again, quickest way to increase your flexibility, mobility, and movement. You know, just to hang out here in a passive stretch, not very effective. But you guys are crushing it. Keep it up, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there. 10-second hold. 1 finger, 2 finger, 2 hands. Let's get low. 3, 2, 1. Let's come up. Rotate over. Back leg tries to lift. Three, 2, 1, and relax. All right, guys, let's dial it in. We have one more here. Dipping down. Really focus on this last one. This is the last one we're doing here. You guys are almost done. Fold down. Let's really drive that ankle down. Last 20 seconds here. Get as low as you can go. Keep it up, guys. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold there. 10 seconds. Three, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and come back up. Boom, we're flipping back to the back leg. 10-second hold. Last one, guys. Really fight for it here. You've got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's stay where we're at. We're going to finish up here with just about a minute of transitions here. So what I want you to do, again, we're going to pivot on these heels. We're going to open up this back knee. Try to create as much space between these knees, driving the knees out as we go ahead and rotate over to the other side in our other 90-90. Same deal, we're going to pivot on our heels, open up that back knee, drive those knees apart as we flip over in this other 90. Again, if you need to use hands, go ahead and pivot here with the kickstand of the hands, but we're going to go ahead and just fight for as much range and get this rotation going in our hips as possible. The key with this one is just to really open this knee up and drive those knees apart. We're going to finish up with just a couple more here. If you guys want some extra credit here with this video, I want you to spend another couple of minutes here with these 90-90 transitions. Some videos we hit a couple different parts of the body. Today we focus just solely on the hips because I really wanted to open that rotation of the hips. Other days we'll hit the neck and the shoulders, or the shoulders and the T-spine, ankles, toes, everything. But your hips are feeling great at this point. Hey, so that's a wrap, guys. You guys crushed it today. Thanks for joining us here at Movement Vault. We love that you're hanging out with us. Your body loves it. We love that social media love. We are at Movement Vault. We're on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We love to see what you guys are doing out there. Post a pic, a video, tag us in it. We'll send you a love, some shaka. As always, guys, we really appreciate you guys helping us spread the word. With that, guys, crush those workouts, crush life. See you guys here tomorrow.